Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a first impressions makeup tutorial using a ton of new products. I have been so looking forward to doing this kind of video because I've been traveling a lot here recently, and sometimes it's just hard to really sit down, relax, and just play with makeup, and it's been a long time coming. So we are back on the game with doing the first impressions makeup tutorials. We have stuff from Colourpop, Nars, Huda Beauty, Too Faced, a bunch of different products. Some I liked, some I didn't really like at all. So you guys will see that in the tutorial. But really quick, before we do get started, if you are new to my channel, then hello, welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave, you do not forget to subscribe right down below. That way you're notified for future videos from me. I post 3 times a week. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then also make sure you click that bell notification. That way you're notified as soon as the video goes live. But I'm excited to dive in, show you guys how I came up with this look, chit chat a little bit, talk about some makeup, this, that, and the third. So let's get started. So first things first, we are going to start with some brows, which I normally don't do on camera, but I've been dying to test out these new Shape and Brow Tints by MAC. So I have 2 different colors. I have Fling and then I have Taupe. So it kind of looks like Taupe is going to be a little bit darker looking at the packaging. So we're going to try this on like the outer corner. I'm just hoping that this works. So we shall see. I get so nervous to do brows on camera anyways, but especially when it's something I've never used. So you're supposed to just be able to go through just like normal strokes. I don't see this showing up at all. Okay. This is supposed to be the darker one. So I literally have like 5 different shades because MAC actually sent these to me. So we're gonna try Tapered next. I don't know if it's because this is like my bare skin. Trying to make sure there's nothing on it, but I'm pretty sure it should be working a little bit better than this. So I could actually see this one a lot better. The only thing that stinks is like, I don't want my brows to be like a different color. You see, like it's giving them like a reddish tint. Do y'all see that? So maybe I can come behind this and go back in with Taupe. Because yeah, it looks like I have a red eyebrow. Let me do a little bit of the other side first so that way it looks even. Okay, I'm just making like little strokes of hair. I mean, everybody has been raving about these, but I just feel like I have weird brows sometimes. Okay. You see, like, look when I do this on my skin. Do I have a dead one? Well, I feel like that's not working like I thought it was. I'm going to go back through with a little bit of a normal brow pencil. I mean, you can kind of see it, but I just feel like for some reason the color I need, which is this one, it's just not showing up. So let me finish these brows and we'll be back. Okay, so eyebrows are done. A little bit darker. It was kind of hard going back over this like with a normal pencil, but we got through it. Honestly, I'm just gonna have to try those out again because for me, I don't see what the hype's about. I don't know if it's because I did it on like a bare skin, like I didn't actually put foundation on and all that stuff and then went over it. I'm not sure what it is, but right now, first impressions, I don't really like it. So I also have this Kush Fiber Brow Gel from Milk, which is a new brow gel they just came out with. So I'm just gonna lightly go over my brows with it. It looks like it's a really pretty color. It's a little bit lighter than what my brows are right now. And I like the applicator tip. It kind of reminds me of Gimme Brow. We'll see how this does with making my brows stay, but so far I actually really like it. Kind of is like giving my brow a little bit of a highlighted look. So I have a few palettes here in front of me, and I honestly kind of want to go in with a few different shades. So we are going to start with the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I actually have only used this a couple times, so it's not really first impression, but I don't know. I do actually really like it so far, so we shall see. So I'm taking a little bit of this Still Shot shade, and I'm just going to lay this down as my base for this look. And I'm just ever so slightly pushing it back and forth. I really like the concept of this palette, that you have a lot of different shades. I kind of wish they would have put, I don't know, maybe like a few more matte shades in it, but I'm not hating. I do really like the palette. I think it's really great for traveling, and I honestly love all the photos and everything on it. I feel like it's really unique, and I love the size a lot better than some of the other Urban Decay palettes. This one's probably one of my favorites. I've used some of the shimmer shades, and I don't feel like they really perform as well as I've saw them perform for other people on me. I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. All right, then next we're gonna go in with this Colourpop palette. Oh my gosh, this is the Fortune palette and I've been so excited to use this. So we are going to start with the shade Mo Problems. I'm gonna go in again with this on a fluffy brush. Just kind of blend it into the crease, back and forth. I actually kind of like how that color looks so far. We'll see how this look turns out today. I need to start actually like looking looks up and get inspired by stuff. Because normally I just get here and I'm like, oh, let's just put on the eyeshadows and see what happens. But then I tend to stay in my box. So how many of you guys are excited about the Jaclyn Hill Vault palette? I really want to get it just to like see what the hype was about, I guess, whenever it first got released. Even though it's like, I guess, kind of discontinued for now until they make the formula new again. I'm a little chatty tonight. I don't know why. All right, next we're going to go in with the shade Rich. And I'm really going to concentrate most of this on the outer corner, but then bring it in just a little bit. This is a very, very orangey shade. And these eyeshadows are really, really nice. You guys know how much I already love Colourpop eyeshadows. I just feel like they're such a high quality, especially for the price tag that you're paying. I think it was this palette or the other palette, Fame or Fortune. It went on sale for 30% off. And that's why I decided to dive in and buy it. Continuing along this line, we're going to go in with Fortune next. Then honestly, it's a little bit darker. So I'm going to use this same brush to keep on smoking this look out. And again, trying to concentrate this on the outer edge and then bringing it back in a little bit. I love, love, love this MAC 221 brush. Like, I'm so obsessed. I need to buy more of them because it's so good. I'm kind of like going out a little bit further on the outside with this shade. All right, very, very last is going to be the shade Trove. And it's a little bit more purpley. So I'm not going to put too much on. I'm just going to concentrate it right on the edge. And mixed in with the red, it doesn't look like too purple. It still gives me more of like a coppery, like red tone look. Isn't it crazy sometimes when you mix shadows together? Like how it can look so much different than the actual shadow, like because of the colors you're mixing in. All right, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer, which normally I use Painterly Paint Pot, but today we're gonna use a little bit of concealer because I keep seeing everyone else use concealer. I'm like, you know, I just need to try the whole concealer thing. I'm just going to concentrate this more toward the front of the eye. Gosh, I'm like, do I want to do gold or do I want to do like a bright shade? Because I think this is so freaking gorgeous. I'm going to take the new Nars Atomic Bomb palette. Sorry, I know I'm grabbing so many palettes, so many first impressions today. But I want to use this shade right here. I think it's going to be so beautiful on the lids. Let's hope that it's going to be. Let's wet my brush. I never really do that. Oh yeah, and I'm just going to like ever so slightly pack this on the eyelid. There we go. It just really took that second layer to be like, bam. Such a pretty shade. Okay, next we are going to take this shade, I think it's called Oracle in the Colourpop palette. We are just going to go in and do a light brow bone highlight. It's a very pretty shade. I cannot believe how messed up my eyebrows are. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with 500 and Rich, and I'm just going to kind of clean up this area. Make sure that it's, you know, there's no like glitter coming up on it, if that makes sense. Okay, so here are the eyes. I actually have this Givenchy mascara. It's like a mascara primer. Why can I not speak? So I'm going to prime my lids with this, not my lids, my lashes. Even though this look is dramatic, I don't want to actually do lashes tonight. I'm just not in the mood for it. We'll see, I might change my mind later. I'm really priming my lashes great. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so bomb. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Octoly sent it to me a while back, but makes them long, separates them, and it just makes them a lot fuller. And it kind of curves them up too. I cannot believe how good that looks. Sometimes my lashes do not do a good job at curling. So this is the Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara from Wonder Beauty. Haven't really tried a lot from them. So let's see how this mascara works. Are you kidding me? It's very dry. I'm like even trying to push the mascara in. Phew. You know, normally whenever I do first impressions, a lot of times I like most of the stuff. I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's not doing very well. And like I'm squeezing it down like to make sure that it's getting a lot of product on the wand. I mean, it's okay. I just don't feel like it's that great. I'm gonna grab some Better Than Sex mascara. You know that's my favorite. I mean, it's making them look okay, but I really feel like the Wonder Beauty one didn't do that great. I just feel like the Wonder one felt like it was dried up, and it was like brand new. I haven't even used it before. All right, so there's that. Okay, next we have this blurring primer from Cover FX. I really almost had a flashback and feel like maybe I've used this before. Yep. Oh, I think I have, but what the heck? I guess we'll just use it again today. Sorry guys, I totally forgot about that. This is supposed to be a full face of first impressions. Wow, that always, I feel like makes the skin look pretty good except for right here on this one part. Okay. All right. So here's one of the things I'm the most excited about today. This is the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. Now, hopefully I have two different shades here that we're going to try, and I've never tried this before, but I love a lot of stuff from their brand. So I'm hoping that this is the same. So it looks like a very beautiful foundation. Wow, that's way too much. I'm going to put just a tad bit on my face. I think it might be a little bit light. And we're going to see just how it blends out by itself. This is their foundation brush. I think it's actually not technically for foundation. That's what I use it as. Yep, so it's a really pretty coverage. But here's what I'm going to do for today. I've really been wanting to try out this Urban Decay Velvetizer. It's a mix and medium to give you a little bit more coverage. And so I thought this would be perfect to try with this foundation because this foundation's really pretty, it looks like, but I'm going for a more full coverage look today. So I thought mixing in this powder would be great. It definitely thickens it up. So you guys saw how watery, not watery, but it's like a serum foundation. So obviously it's gonna be a little bit thinner. You see that? It's super thick. I'm so excited to try this. Honestly, I don't know what is going on with my face. Probably because I haven't been doing skincare. Because I took it to the beach and ended up falling asleep each night before I could do it. And so my skin is breaking out. So I have to get back on my regimen. The only thing I used at the beach really was Drunk Elephant Debronzy, which I am obsessed with. And then I know I've probably put way too much of this on. Well, that's okay. We're going for heavy today. Debronzy is what I've been using, mixed. And I've also been using this Allies of Skin moisturizer, and it has been working wonders. I'm actually really digging this so far. I cannot believe like how full coverage it made the foundation. I mean, I think the coverage would have been okay. I just really have been wanting to try this, and it makes it like super matte too, which I really kind of want to go for a more matte look. So now that we have that done, this is from Shaina Cosmetics. I absolutely love this. They sent it to me with Octoly a little while back. And I am forever and ever and ever obsessed with it. It's like my favorite beauty sponge in the whole wide world. And I'm basically just pushing this into the skin. I don't have this super duper wet, but I really want to make it look full coverage but natural. You know what I mean? Love the foundation. Love this also mixed in with the foundation. This is a really cool product. Okay, next we're going to go in with the concealer. Haven't tried this underneath the eyes yet, so let's see how it goes. This is probably too light of a shade. That's okay. I never highlight and do all this, but I really want to test out this concealer. Okay, so just starting blending it up the nose. And I'm going to go like this just for this bottom part. But I have been loving using just a concealer brush for the rest. So my favorite one is the Sephora Pro 89 because I can get up around this eye area and then just bam. Wow, this is a really pretty concealer. It's very full coverage. So again, just up and at it. And again, I'm gonna go back over with the sponge and just kind of push it into the skin. I feel like my face color looks pretty off. Okay, very off. Should have went in with a little bit of a darker powder, but that's okay. Yeah, I look kind of pale. All right, so we are going to bake today with this one right here. This is the banana bread powder from Huda Beauty. Haven't used this yet, and I never ever bake, so wish me luck on this. So here's what it looks like. It has a very wide sifter, which I like to get in there and bake with. Should I use a little bit more? Y'all, I feel like this is about to look awful. Never, ever, ever do this. While that's sitting, let's try this Waikiki Run Radiant Translucent Powder by Ilia. This is a very, like, much tanner shade, so I think it will be good for me because I need to liven up the face a little bit more. Let's go up under this before we do the rest of the face. Well, that doesn't look too terrible. Okay, so this is just a translucent powder. It actually smells pretty good. And I'm just honestly trying to even out the line where my concealer is to blend it in with the rest of the face. Yeah, we're gonna need some major bronzing after this. This is what first impressions is all about. Like, I like the color of my face and everything. Like, I like how everything looks. I'm just a little bit more tan than this right now. I mean, as far as the baking powder goes, I'll have to like revisit this. Next, we're going in with this Clarins bronzing compact. This was another thing that was sent to me through Octoly and Clarins, and it looked beautiful whenever I first swatched it. So I'm gonna go in with the darker shade and then kind of mix up, but mostly concentrating on the darker shade. And I'm gonna start with a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with a bigger brush. Oh, I feel like I missed a spot when I was doing some powder. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more on this brush right here. Big fluffy brush. I feel like I need to kind of darken my face just a little bit more. All right, that's a beautiful shade. I like that. I just want to make it just a teeny tiny bit darker because I am so tan right now. We're going in with the Big Daddy. This is called Unleash Bronzing Powder. Here's where we're going to bake just a little bit more with that Huda powder. Just gonna go like about right here. Nope, just kidding. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take her actual powder brush, and we are just going to let it sit right underneath. Well, this is very different for me in a tutorial. Normally don't bake under the face. Two different blushes I want to try out. So I kind of want to go in first with maybe like Private Island right here. This is from Stilazzi blush palette. Maybe mixed in with something a little bit lighter. And then I want to kind of top it with Nars Orgasm. So we shall see. Okay, so there's the blush, and then we're gonna go, which is a really pretty color, by the way. Formula is very nice. I haven't even tried this yet. I think I just swatched it in a video. Ooh, too much, too much. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be, well, it is illuminating powder, but I wanted to use it as illuminating blush. Ooh. Okay, I like it so far. Very pretty shade. And then we're going to go in with that same Nars palette that I just used for bronzer. We've used it a little bit on the eyes, and I'm gonna dust on this highlight. I feel like it needs a little bit more gold. All right, a little bit more gold. Ooh, that was about bad. I just grabbed MAC Whisper of Guilt. Got it up my nose, I think. All right, then we're just gonna dust this away. The bake on the bottom, I think, looks really nice. I'm not used to like such a harsh line, but all right. Then we're gonna go back in with the Fortune palette, and we're going to take a little teeny shader brush, and we're gonna first go up under our eyes with this shade right here, the more purpley shade mixed with the brown shade. Oh, I need a little bit more brown. Not really brown, it's more like a red. And then we're gonna go back under that with the Richie shade and blend it out. I don't know why I'm like still holding this palette. Get something I can actually see with. Then we're gonna take this shade right here, which is in this Nars palette. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that color for my highlight. Such a pretty shade. And then we're also going to tap this into the inner corner. I wish I had an inner corner highlight brush, but this little Charlotte Tilbury brush will just have to do. Like, what is that? And I honestly like this so much, I want to bring it a little bit like on the inner part of my eye. Yeah, just brighten that up just a little bit. Hit the bottom lashes. Then we gotta go to the lips. Okay, so I have all these beautiful lip shades from Huda Beauty, which I definitely want to use one. I think I'm gonna use this one. Game Changer. Ooh, it's a little orangey. I just did a full video on these, and honestly, I'm so obsessed that I had to show them again. Okay, mix in a little bit of nude in there too. I just realized I never zoomed y'all out. This is the finished look. I definitely liked how it turned out. So let's go through all the stuff that I used. So starting off, my brows. Those MAC things, they were a no-go for me. But I really like the Kush Fiber Brow by Milk Makeup. Really, really liked it. As far as the eyeshadows goes, I am so... Sorry, I know I just shook the screen. I'm so freaking impressed with this Nars palette, from the highlight, the bronzer, the eyeshadows. This is like a hit. 100% absolutely love this. And I really did like the Fortune palette as well. I thought it worked really, really good. As far as the face goes, the Cover FX I had actually used before. I do think I put a little bit too much on because it got a little bit bally, but in the past I have really liked it. And then foundation wise, the True Skin Serum Foundation, I think it's a little bit too light for me, which is why I had to go in so much with like bronzer and stuff. But the formula felt really great. I really loved it mixed in with the Velvetizer because it just made it a little bit thicker for some reason. And I don't know if this is the Velvetizer, the foundation, the fact that like, I don't know, I went back in with this and then I had like this, or I missed it, but this little part right here, I feel like it doesn't have foundation on it. I think I might have just missed it in the midst of everything going on. I don't know. But first impression, I did really like both of these. Powder wise, the Huda Beauty, it looks really great, but it looks a little bit crepey under the eyes, and then it did something weird right here. Like there was a definite line where you could see that I had like the powder and then the rest of my face. I don't know if that's just because I never bake and I'm not used to it, and maybe I'm not even doing it right. So that I'll have to keep you updated on. I mean, it looks really nice. Maybe I should just use that as powder instead of baking. And I don't know if I would normally pick that banana shade. The Wikiki Run Radiant Translucent Powder was really pretty. It looks a lot darker, I feel like, than it comes off on the skin. But it did really nice setting my face. And then for blushes, obviously that one Nars was not a blush. But I liked the way the blush and the highlight turned out. So pretty much everything I love besides really the MAC, this... And I feel like there was something else that went bad. And also maybe baking really isn't for me, and I need to put the towel in on that. Oh, let me spray my face. I'm going to use the Peach Mist by Too Faced. I haven't actually used this before. Wow, that was a lot. I literally got this fan in Costa Rica. I think I even still have the tag on it. But I've been using this in the mornings to fan my face after my skincare. It's literally a game changer. Not even kidding. So yeah, that is going to be it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I love doing first impressions tutorials for you guys, and I have a lot more that I want to do. Okay, so we're obviously... Can you speak? I've been... That way you're notified as soon as the videos go... But I did really, really like the Kush mascara. It's like a mascara. It's like a okay, that means it's time for me to go. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, very last thing. Of course, this is what I forgot. I forgot that I hated this mascara. Okay, that's all. Bye, guys.